Alright folks, welcome back to Prion Terraces. Spawning here in the upper left side of the map. He is on his last life. This is the finals for the Korean group of the Ting Open. It's gonna be the blue Protoss, Dead Pixels Patience.
In the bottom right, as the red Terran, he's MVP's Ryung.
I took my shirt off and everything for him, man. Okay, that sounds weird. I changed my shirt and everything for him. Excuse me, excuse me.
And he still didn't want me.
Shush! Excuse me, this is... Don't you know this is a professional channel with professional casting? Come on now. But in actuality, again, I don't think that was necessarily a terrible game out of Patience. Ryung is playing quite well. And this is kind of disappointing and disheartening, especially when it comes to what potentially could be perceived as balance. You see a Protoss player like Patience play well, not make a phenomenal amount of mistakes, and still lose. But at the end of the day, I think that timing window before the Liberators are out, the army was split, bad engagement outside of Ryung's, I guess, choke. There's a small moment where Patience may have been able to win that game, but hard to capitalize on when you don't have observers and don't have all that vision.
Yeah, the Dark Shrine not working out, and then that pretty much all-in not working out. Just set him up for failure in that late game. We'll see if he goes for an all-in this game with the Adepts or Blink. Ryung should be on top of this, however. He does have an SCV scouting. He has a Marine looking for proxies. Very nice for this Marine. Oh, it's going to be...
It's going to be that pylon attack that did work out for him before? No, it's
a fake. Yeah, his Cyberx Core's not even, like, he went for really the Nexus.
So he pulls SCVs to deal with the probe, and, like, this fake actually ends up working. Like, this weird fake bait... He lets the pylon complete because he needs to sell it. He needs SCVs pulled. He wants things attacking it. And you know what? I think if he sees Ryung underreact to this, he then says, you know what? Let's actually make this happen. Let's do this thing.
Let's do this. Well, 2 more Marines pop out, and that's going to tear down the pylon. It's bunker's on the way as Ryung realizes that this, it could have been a fake and just a fake, but I think it's if he saw the Zealot, and it could just be, you know, a continuing form of aggression that would try and catch you while your Marines are still low, even though it wouldn't necessarily be with the Photon Overcharge. So the bunker was a good, safe choice. Perhaps a wall as well. So there doesn't seem to be much reason not to get a wall nowadays versus Protoss.
Of course, on Prion, the ramp looks a little bit bigger than it actually is, too, so you can just throw down, like, 2 depots and a bunker and you're good.
Yep.
I'm glad they tidied that up, because the original version of Prion in the beta, not only did it look weird at a glance, and it still kind of does, but the actual, the blocking or whatever, like when you would go to build buildings, did not match what the wall was.
It did not. It was odd. It was so weird.
Actually, you know, the best way I can describe the original ramp on Prion Terraces was, and only Terran players are going to get this joke, it was like walling with a command center. Like, it looks like a wall, but it was absolutely not.
Yes. Yes. I never walled to the command center. I was totally against that. Never tried. Ooh, Patience goes for a lot of gateways. Ryung has an eye on the third base that you would think they would take, and what Patience did end up taking behind an all-in versus reality, so that might be specifically why he's checking that one. But he hasn't been able to get into the main base. He didn't go for a Reaper, so he doesn't see the amount of gateways. It is not going to be with any tech. It's just straight-up gateways. And that makes me wonder if he's going to go for a third base at the blue minerals and just have like a ton of production at least.
I mean, we've heard me talk about this enough. I'll just bring it up again, though. I really like people who take this base more so. I just feel like it pays off better than the gold because of how fast the gold actually mines out. Like, that adrenaline boost is cool for Zerg, but it seems like exclusive to Zerg. By the way, fun fact, I didn't realize this would be the case. 4 hours of broadcasting equates to about 20 gigs of video for local recording.
Whoa.
This is not something I'm going to be able to do on the regular, that's for certain.
Wow.
We were really concerned. Like, when we went live this morning, Twitch was kind of broken. We didn't know what was happening. We knew it was going to be a necessity for a rebroadcast later anyways, but... crazy huge video file. Anyways, a lot of Adepts warped in can actually take this army on. A Guardian Shield, he doesn't even need a force field. Guardian Shield's gonna be fantastic. Goes for the force field, though, catches the Cyclone with it. This lifts the command center to get the SCVs on that front line a little bit faster, but in doing so just brings them closer to death. There's a Zealot in the mix as well. More Warpins coming. Patience. This might not be the bunker busting style that he used versus Reality, but it's still kind of working. And Ryung is down like 25 army supply. Stim's not done. He doesn't have combat shields. Brute Force is going to win this game.
Medevacs are so close to coming out.
But it's what do Medevacs really do in this instance, I suppose? More Warpins coming in as well. Marines are starting to actually deal with this, though, so maybe I spoke a little too soon. However, still killing a significant amount of SCVs through this.
Yeah. That poor Cyclone would have been so helpful if it would have dodge around and try and get on top of that War Prism. You know, Stim is so close to finishing. He's so close to holding, but he's down to 15 workers and no third CC. The gold base is going to help a little, but of course Patience is on his own gold base. Goes to the War Prism, takes a lot of shots from those Marines. That's probably going to be
game. Patience will not go down without a fight, and Priant Terraces seems to be like, this is kind of scary to see this aggression work, because it's not anything crazy. Like, this is kind of a, for lack of better phrasing, like a basic build, I guess. But congratulations to Patience. He will put 1 point on the board and not go down. We'll see if he can fight it back fully and entirely. We will, however, hop to a small break, as it is Game 3, and we'll be back in a few minutes after a word from our sponsor.